And we are back, slightly tired, at least some of us. Some of us got more sleep than other people. Some of us got more coffee than other people though, so it kind of works its way out. So that was actually really awesome. We got hosted by the same folks that helped us out at Chain of Rocks last year, where we got nailed by that storm, and they let us hide in their SUV that looked almost exactly like that. Their parents live in this area, and so they came and got us last night, took us to their parents, who then fed us a ton of really yummy spaghetti and salad and brownies and all the things, and let us get cleaned up and do laundry there. So that is Jen's excuse why she only did 16 miles yesterday. That and all those stops she kept insisting on. I'm like, we have to go, Jen. We don't have time for another frappe and, you know, some hammock time and all the other things.
But you were so cute.
Yes, that's me. So since we got picked up at 6:20 or so, we have another 12 miles until the end of this section. That is the start of the Katy Trail, which should take us for, I think, like the better part of 200 miles. I don't know how many miles exactly we have on it. So I'm sure that will be horribly boring. We will miss the cornfields. Stop glaring at me. Damn it, too early in the morning. I swear, Miss Anti-Corn Agenda here. You would think when I made that picture with the little cute corn, she would be all like good with corn now, but...
Hey, I gave it a really good chance. I actually did comment it can be pretty sometimes, especially when you're up on the levee looking out over the expanse.
It was remote, fields. It was quiet, there were all sorts of animals. I saw baby raccoons, very low traffic, you know, and versus here where we barely have a sidewalk. We also had a really exciting morning because when my phone went off, when I unplugged it, I accidentally dropped it on the floor and the screen blanked. I could tell it was on because it would vibrate when I did things, but I had to reboot it, and then fortunately the screen came back on. I was having images of, instead of hiking today, having to get a ride to the local Apple store and getting it replaced. I was just informed Taters had something to say!
I was just going to ask, if that had happened, if the phone had been dead, would we have had to go back, like past before Cahokia, so you could redo it? Because you would have lost the footage.
Even worse, we would have gotten to redo the entire corn section. So we are cleaned up, showered, laundered, fed. They also made us a really nice, huge breakfast this morning. We do have a couple of folks we're going to meet over the next couple of days. The folks that helped us out on Chain of Rocks, in addition to taking us to their parents, they're actually going to let us stay at a lake house cabin they have up ahead. So we will see them again. And we are going to see the super nice folks that we dropped a tree on when they were river angeling for us last year. We are trying to judge the weather as well as we can and not injure them this time. We want to have a positive angeling experience with them. After we got off trail last night, it did start raining fairly hard. That did drop the temperature. It was basically a cold front arriving. So the humidity and the temperature is much more pleasant for the moment. We will see how long that lasts. On the plus side, it is Sunday, so traffic isn't nearly as heavy. On the downside, several of the yummy sandwich shops appeared to be closed. Makes fun of me because I'm testing these buttons to make sure it goes. A female voice keeps saying change password. I worked in software engineering, so testing things was very important. You know, order duck slices of pizza, negative duck slices of pizza.
Wait to cross Route 340 at Westover Langley. Wait.
Change.
There!
Cross Route 340.
Jen would not be a good QA tester. All I'm saying. Also, if the traffic on Olive Boulevard comes to a halt later, it's Jen's fault. I didn't do it. Oh no, I didn't even touch that one. Run, Blondie! And one food stop later. I am still not awake. But we just have a few more miles of horrible road walk. Since getting Matt to sleep is impossible, we're going with the best possible alternate plan of get Matt more coffee. And I have finally consumed enough iced tea and coffee that I am awake and we are able to hike now.
I am glad you're more cheerful. A little concerned that this is validating the idea that like coffee can solve all of your problems.
No, just lack of sleep. It doesn't solve other problems. Like if I stub my toe, coffee doesn't help, but it doesn't hurt. So it's like no negatives. The heart palpitations are fine. 20 years in the IT industry, and what did I come away from? Don't trust your bosses. They're going to screw you over eventually, and if you can't sleep, coffee. If you can't sleep, also coffee. Really a fan of coffee. Ooh, mosquito free. I like this, Jen. And welcome to the Missouri River. And welcome to the mighty Missouri River, which, similar to the Mississippi, seems to be having all sorts of fun right now with flooding. The Missouri confluence with the Mississippi last year was all sorts of fun, because literally you come around the corner to where it comes in and you speed up like 2 miles an hour, even on a low flow year like ours. This year they're having the opposite problem. I keep seeing posts from the Mississippi Paddlers group about how people are having to come off the river. It's just not safe with all the debris and the high flow. We got one little taste of that after the flooding around Cape Girardeau, but mostly we were having to fight for our miles a little harder. Yeehaw. That blue truck back there, he just came to meet us. His friend was messaging us earlier today and brought us iced coffee, so my lack of sleep is completely cured for at least another couple of hours. Jen's favorite part of that, though, was the lady on the phone had a little bird that apparently laughed every time Jen laughed. So Jen's biggest fan is now Budgie bird out in Florida.
Really cute bird, and that's super flattering, and yeah, that's just adorable.
And at long last, we are joining the Katy Trail. Once again, we are not starting at the very beginning because it does go a little further that way. But there is the ADT for you. So this is another one of these rail trails. It's going to get us most of the way across the state. And apparently, like that Northern Rail Trail, there is a good amount of support services along the way, mostly aimed at cyclists. And since it is an old rail conversion, this is usually about as good on our feet as you can ask for. Relatively soft, little gravel, no big rocks beating into Jen's feet. Per what we've been reading, there is no official camping provided along the way. We're just planning to do our usual thing and stealth camp for the most part. Not that there looks like there's many places right here, but we have reason to believe that it will be stealthable, and then we might stay in the occasional B&B sort of stop. But right now, since we are getting close to the 4th of July weekend, we are expecting it to be kind of busy. So for the next couple of days, we're just going to try and keep our head down, stay as far away from the cities as we can. Don't mind us. We kind of just went the wrong way on the Katy Trail, so we got a nice preview of what this section we're not doing looks like. In our defense, neither of those things are things we know. We knew St. Charles to Kansas City. And this is just downright pleasant.
Super happy to be on the Katy Trail. The two reasons I've been so excited for this: one, it's just a relief to be on something that's set up for hiking and camping and such off the roads, but also it's really exciting to be getting views of yet another big river. We'll be along the Missouri most of the way, at least till the town of Boonville.
So we are basically going behind houses on one side with a lot of signage saying public use ends, no trespassing. And at least for the moment on the left, we have had camping opportunities. But we shall see in another 4 hours or so. So I have seen a couple of spots that look like maybe people set up tents that aren't covered in toilet paper, so looks like we'll have options. And there goes Taters, water begging hobo extraordinaire, off to harass the local homeowners. At least so far, there have been no water sources, so we are going to go fill our gallon each at a local home, hopefully, and then we'll be fine for the night.
Okay, water's acquired.
And the water hobo has returned. So it is 6:50, we have plenty of water. We don't really know where we're going to camp since we're still getting a feel for how this is going to work. There are places to stay in town, but we would rather camp. Camping doesn't seem to be explicitly disallowed. However, there are kind of limited spots that we've seen so far. So we're gonna go for about another hour, see what we come across. If we can find something that's out of sight and no trespassing, that'll probably be it for the night. Bundy, no taking the kitties. So it is 8:20. We are poking around off trail. We had a couple of options down by the Missouri, but I'm wary of rising floodwaters right now. This is looking promising now. A little bit of traffic noise, but not too bad, huh? As always, we have hundreds or thousands of lightning bugs around us, but we never capture it well.
First camp on the Katy Trail. I had fun getting out of St. Louis. Great breakfast and lunch, good conversations with folks. And we got about 200 miles of this beautiful crushed limestone and trees and Missouri River, followed by like another 100 miles on something called the Rock Island Trail. So really looking forward to the next couple weeks through Missouri. Home sweet home for the night.